What's up, everybody? Welcome back to For the Money. My name is Logan. With me in the studio, Bam Barrero.
Yo.
With us in the control booth is Nick Von Brick.
What's up?
We are the Big Easy Bets podcast. We are going to try to make some money on the golf course, and we are on to the PGA Championship, the second major on the calendar. We're going to recap Quail Hollow, which was nearly an amazing week. And then we're going to give you our best bets. We're going to Aronimink Golf Club, first time since 2018. But the PGA Championship is back. Defending champion is Scotty Scheffler. Got a week off. He's rested. I'm worried. I think he's going to come out and have a really good day. I think he's gotten runner-up in his last 3 consecutive starts. Hit that like and subscribe button if you don't mind. Like I said, we nearly got him last week in the form of Bam's 50-1 with Nikolai Højgaard. Came up a little bit short there down the stretch. Let's see. Really, it was another tough week. I got home with Kurt Kitayama by the skin of my teeth with top 20. Adam Scott.
T19.
Yeah, he did. Adam Scott is apparently going to shoot a 76 every Thursday and then battle back and get back in the mix. Luckily for Adam Scott, there was no cut. Because the 76 is going to put you behind the 8 ball for sure. Did we get to the window with anything else?
No, I only took winners.
Okay. What about you? Anything?
Yeah, I hit Ricky Fowler top 20.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Minus 105.
Yeah, damn, Ricky had a chance there to win the whole thing. Faded with a couple holes to go. But an extremely respectable effort out of Ricky. You had top 20, you said?
Yep.
Minus 105? Yeah, it was an impressive.
And then Scott was right there for top 20, 1 stroke behind. And like you said, played so bad on Thursday.
Yeah, it was really frustrating. Dead last after his Thursday round. About as bad as it gets. And it was a rinse and repeat from what we saw the week before at the Cadillac. I think he shot a 76 the first round and then bounced back and went on a bit of a tear there the final 3 rounds. But it is what it is. We gotta find a way to get to the window here, and I am getting a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to have 4 winners. I'm going to have 1 top 5. I don't think I'm going to do any top 10, top 20s, but I can be talked into some, and I'm considering taking somebody to miss the cut. I'll see what y'all think. I might just avoid it, but the main thing is the 4 winners. I like all 4 of them. I think they all 4 have a legitimate shot. 2 are long shots, and then 2 are closer to the top of the board. We went golfing yesterday. We golfed at the #1 course in the state of Mississippi, Grand Bear, designed by Jack Nicklaus. Ever heard of him? You got mauled by the Grand Bear.
Yeah, it was a bad day on the golf course.
Yeah.
I had a couple flashes of, greatness there, but for the most part, probably like 15 of the 18 holes, it was just...
Walk me through the flashes of greatness. Were you 190 yards out and hit the top of the pen?
That was crazy. Did he tell you about that?
No.
Nope.
Oh, dude, it was all... So,
Bam did hit a great shot. He was further than me. I was probably 180, so Bam was probably around 200. And I was like, walk me through your shot. And he was like, I'm going to aim whatever, right side, in between the 2 bunkers. He hit it right where he was aiming, found the green. And then you can go ahead with mine because it was...
And then I forget what happened. I was like, all right, now walk me through your shot. It was car path only, so we were both on the left side of the fairway. And then he goes, I'm just trying not to go left. He goes, aim right at that.
It
forget
fell
what you
off.
said.
It fell off so far to the left, like 30 feet below the green. It was like a fucking valley.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kept it short and sweet. I was like, don't go left. Aim right at the pen.
Yeah.
And hope to hit a good shot.
And as soon as he hit the ball, it was like a perfectly lofted shot where I forget what you were hitting,
I hit a 7-iron.
7-iron. Yeah. And
I flushed the fucking 7-iron. Like,
it sounded so good, but then I'm kind of off to the right, and the ball's in the air, and I go right at it. And then 2 seconds later, the ball hits, if this is the flag stick, the ball hits dead center on top of the flag stick on where the flag tip is. It hit on top and bounced 7 feet from the hole. It was insane.
It was probably going to go a touch long, obviously, but it was elevated at the back. So I don't think if anything, it may have sat at like the back of the green, but it wasn't going to go off anywhere. It was probably like a less likelihood to do that than to make a hole in one. When you think about it, in the air, it was like a ballpoint almost. Like it was like the size of a marble on top of the flag.
Yeah, and the fact that it hit and just bounced up right behind the pin and just stayed on the green, like if you clip it to the right, it's shooting.
Yeah, it
off
hit it perfect. It like landed on it and then just dropped right to the side, like within like probably 7 feet away. And that's why we play golf. That's the best part of golf is when you hit a shot like that, you come back and you fucking. That's what keeps you coming back to the course. So the front 9 for me was fantastic. And then the back 9, after 2 double transfusions, it went off the rails a little bit. But incredible course. I thought if anybody has ever considered playing Grand Bear, I highly recommend it. A little pricey on the greens fee, but it's the #1 course in the state of Mississippi. And I don't know if you know anything about Mississippi. It's a shithole. So they gotta get the money where they can get it with whatever they got nice. That's like literally the only thing. I want to make it known. We're not from Mississippi, clearly, but anybody outside listening, don't think that's where we live. But it's out in the middle of nowhere.
The course layout's awesome. There's
every hole is secluded. Like if you're in the woods. There's no houses. That's what Nick asked. Like, was there a lot of houses? There's I don't think I saw one. There wasn't. There's not a house on the course. It's an immaculate golf course. And, like, if you're not making noise, all you hear is the fucking birds chirping. It was really cool. It was nice. We're considering going back and filming a match in a couple weeks. But, yeah, worth the price of admission. I enjoyed it. But, yeah, it was a tough day at the office for you. You didn't get a ton of –
I almost shot the price of the greens fee.
And that's a 120. Yeah, it wasn't
that bad, but –
it was bad, but we played the week before, and we had the polar opposite. That's why if we played a match, if we did it, we would film it. It would be competitive. Me and Bam go back and forth these days. You used to be terrible. Now you just sometimes terrible, but so am I.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited for that. We can go back to Grand Bear. The good thing about Grand Bear is nobody was out there. Maybe it was a little bit of Mother's Day.
Yeah, probably Mother's Day.
But like literally, like we saw maybe 1 or 2 groups out there. But other than that, like didn't have to worry about hitting anybody hitting us. I mean,
yeah,
course layout's perfect because you're only seeing the hole you're on. There's no parallel holes or anything like that. So you're just very secluded out there. It's nice.
Yeah, it was.
I recommend it.
It was awesome. All right, have you gone to the range? You had been talking about going to the range. You gave up on that?
I haven't been yet.
Okay, so you don't want it. You don't want it. All right, let's get to it. It's a PGA Championship. It's a major. And we got to find a way to get to the window. It's like I said. I said last week, if I didn't make any money this week, then I had to dial it back. I had to start betting a little bit more conservatively because I've been betting a comparable amount to what I risk on football games. And that is not okay. If we could hit one of these motherfuckers, we'd be great. But we've yet to do it. So, long story short, Xander Schauffele and Siwoo Kim played like absolute dog shit. We didn't make any money other than Kitayama, top 20. So, it was looking like we were going to have to dial it back a little bit, but then Sean Strickland fucking took down Hamzat Chimaev, and we made money, and now I feel like that gave me a lifeline with golf. So we're back, and I'm betting big again. Final week, though. We got to get them this week. I got 4 different guys to win. We'll go over a little bit of the course details at Aronimink Golf Club, and we'll try to get to the window. It is going to be a field of 156 players. The cut is going to be top 70 plus ties. Like I mentioned before, Scotty Scheffler is the defending champion. The yardage of the course is roughly 7,394 yards. It is a par 70, so a little bit shorter than what we've been accustomed to the last 2 weeks. Key stats to kind of keep an eye on here, in my opinion, are going to be strokes gained approach, par threes as well. So in that 200-yard range for par threes, I think they have one that's 240 yards. 3 of the top 4 hardest holes on the course are going to be par threes. Very lengthy. Last year at the PGA Championship, Scotty Scheffler dominated the field by 5 shots, even after shooting a 71 on Sunday. Ironically, that was at Quail Hollow, which is where we just were last week. I said I was excited about getting to a course with some teeth last week, but then you get there and you listen to the guys on the broadcast, and they talk about how Quail Hollow kind of threw everybody in the field a bone and didn't want to wear them out with a major on deck the following week. So the rough was cut down a lot more than normal. They got lucky with some rain in the forecast, basically, that really slowed down the greens and softened everything up. That's why you saw a lot of low scores to start, and it was a little bit tougher on the weekend when the sun came out. But from what I gathered, and you can kind of take it with a grain of salt, it seems that the rough is going to be around 3.5 inches. So you don't want to go in the rough. It's going to be difficult if you do, but it's hit or miss on if it's going to be as grueling. The PGA sometimes, like the U.S. Open, wants to make it as difficult as possible, and everybody's got to grind it out. The PGA, sometimes you get a little bit of that, but then also sometimes you have, like, the last 2 people that have won this or have been like 20 under on the tournament. So we may see some low scores, especially with potential weather in the forecast, or we could see it all kind of depends what the golf course wants to do, what kind of tournament they want. I'm expecting the rough to be an issue. Like I said, 3.5 inches of rough. From what I gather, like I said, take it with a grain of salt, a left miss is worse than a right miss. Left miss is going to be a little bit more detrimental than a right miss. Like I said, the par threes are where you're going to have to make your money. You're going to have to score well on the par threes, or really just not score poorly. An average distance of 215 yards between the par threes. Last time it was played at this course was the 2018 BMW Championship. It was Keegan Bradley won. He was 20 under, although obviously not a major championship. It's going to be a lot tougher conditions. With that being said, the green size is an average of 8,200 square feet, which is about a third larger. It's larger than a third of all the other courses on average, if that makes sense. Bigger greens. And that's really all I got in terms of details of the course. If anybody has anything else to throw in, feel free. If not, we can get to the best bets. Do y'all want to know who I would consider to miss the cut? You probably already know, but don't blurt it out.
Did it sound right, the first letter that I said?
I don't even know what you said.
Oh, wait, I know.
Well, what were you about to say?
It took me a minute, but I was going to say Hideki.
Why the fuck would I pick Hideki? Guy's incredible.
He shot 13 over last week, or 11 over.
Okay, so you're revisionist. You think that he just
no, but I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, the guy I'm considering to miss the cut is Alex Fitzpatrick, plus 144. And reason being, you got to tip your cap to the guy. He's proven he belongs on tour. But at some point, we're going to get that adrenaline dump, if that's how you want to refer to it, where you win at the Zurich in an emotional victory, and you get your tour card. You turn right around. You got to now change your entire schedule, and now you're on the PGA Tour. You go to Doral at the Cadillac Championship. I think he had like a top 10, maybe
T9.
Yeah, okay, top 10. And thank you, Bam. And so now you proved you belong, and you follow that up, to his credit, with an outright lead going into Sunday. Obviously didn't get it done there down the stretch, but not only proved he belonged, but proved he has what it takes to contend and win on the tour. But I feel like you got to have a little fall back to earth moment here. And in a major championship, it's like, is this guy going to – I watched him at the Zurich miss a 1-foot putt. I'm not even exaggerating. It was 1 foot. He's got him and Sung J M will miss 2-footers. They'll putt like us sometimes and just fucking push it or pull it. That's what I'm considering, and it's not like, oh, I don't think he's good. It's I think, like, with the whirlwind that he's been in, this will be at least his 4th consecutive tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be the play, is for Alex Fitzpatrick to miss the cut. Do y'all have any thoughts? I haven't placed it yet.
I like it. You said plus 144?
That was what I found, yeah.
Yeah, because if he doesn't come in top 10 these last 2 tournaments, that's minus 200 all day.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you, but
I think just because he's on such a high, people are like probably betting him to make a top 20, top 10, so it's boosting these odds better. But like I said, he's never played in a major like this with, you know, the full field in there. Scotty's in there.
Yeah.
You got all the live guys. That's gonna be a tough setting for him.
yeah. What do you think? You like that play, or you hate it? You're a Fitzpatrick fan.
Yeah, I guess I don't have too strong of an opinion.
The numbers look good.
Judge these stats when they're not.
Small sample size.
Yeah, so none of his stats are showing. I guess you would have to really look at it too.
No, yeah, they have some of his strokes gained numbers, and you can look at how he did for the last 2 tournaments and all of that on like data golf and shit like that. But yeah, it's more of just if you want to call it what, contrarian. Like this guy was not on the PGA Tour less than a month ago, and now he went a win, obviously in a team event with his brother, who's top 3 in the world, or top 5, whatever, where he's at currently, but whatever, a win, top 10, and then a top 5 at 2 signature events back to back. You just expect there to be some regression and fall back to earth. He even said he hasn't even had a time to process it yet. They were asking him, like, are you disappointed not being able to pull out the victory? Like, now he's doing fucking interviews with Amanda Balanonis, whatever, the chick that was allegedly banging Rory. He's doing interviews with her talking about, they're like, are you disappointed you didn't win? And he's like, a little bit. I think like it made it sound like he's still like shell-shocked to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be one that I would strongly consider. But maybe we'll hold off on it and just see. We'll see if I was in the right direction, but we'll hold off. I'll just get right to it ahead of everything. I'm taking Scotty top 5, plus 110. Already took it. But I'm not taking Scotty to win. And I'm not taking my to-win bets without Scotty. And I'm worried about that. Because he might fucking run away with the field. Because in his last 3 tournaments where he got T2, in 3 consecutive tournaments he's played, he's gotten runner-up. I think he's been number 1 in strokes gained approach. So he's back. To the biggest issue all year was everything looked good except he was like 75th in strokes gained approach in the green. And now he's like 44th, but he's been like number 1 in the field the last 3 tournaments. So that's a fucking worry.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody taking Scotty to win?
No.
Okay.
I'm taking him top 5 as well.
Okay. Best number I saw was plus 110. Did you see better?
No.
Okay.
Where'd you see that at?
Let me see. I've got all my bets kind of scattered across wherever I could get the best. So if you give me just a second, I can it was not DraftKings. Maybe the score. Bam, go with your first to win while I pull this up.
All right.
But give us a good one. And in Bam's defense, ever since Spencer fucking, or what's his fucking name? Who's Spencer? Quinn called you out. He got the hat back on too. Ever since he called you out about that, shortly after you won, I bet it at the score, plus 110. You won, and then you nearly railed Nikolai Højgaard 50-1, which would have been nice. But go with your first one.
All right, so this one's longer odds than that, but I think this one has a kind of like that same Nikolai Højgaard feeling to last week. But we're going to go Russell Henley to win.
I knew it.
60-1.
I'm on Russell Henley as well, for what that's worth. What did I say? When he was like, I was looking at blah, blah, blah. And it was whatever here and then 61 over here. I said, I saw that too.
But yeah, total strokes gain, he's 22nd in the world, 32nd in putting strokes gain. But the biggest thing is he's second in driving accuracy. Like you said earlier, you don't want to be in the rough here. So, just finding the fairway is key. But he's first in scrambling percentage and then 12th in overall scoring average. So at 60 to 1, I don't believe he's ever played this course, but you know, if you can just find the fairway and putt well,
we got a problem.
what?
The problem is we're doing it again. We're doing it every week. Russell Henley has no shot now. I've already bet it, but Russell Henley has no shot. We go. You're on him too, I bet.
No, not.
Okay, good. We have a shot, but no, this is the problem. I don't know why it's 60 to 1. That's part of why I took it. I don't feel like it should be 60 to 1. But if Bam likes it, and you know what I've written down on my paper? Fucking solid everywhere in the strokes gained statistics. Most importantly, he's number 2 in driving accuracy and number 1 in scrambling. That's what Bam said. He's got no shot. He's got no shot. We just outsmarted the fucking bookmakers and found the 60 to 1 winner. But I mean, he really does. He is good all across the board in the strokes gained numbers, and he putts the ball very well. I'm not entirely sure. He's 22nd in total strokes gained. I'm not entirely sure why he is 60 to 1. He's not long off the tee. That's the one knock on him, is he does not hit it far, but he's extremely accurate. He's good with the irons, with his approach game, and he putts the ball very well. So, yeah, it's 60 to 1. He does above average. I would say borderline excels on the par threes. So he checks a lot of the boxes, except he doesn't have the length. I do think the par fours, you're going to find yourself, I didn't add it up. But they do have some lengthy ones that you're looking at, like maybe 500 yard, or maybe even a little bit ahead, a little bit more than that. I think there's one 600-yard par 5, but there's only 2 par 5s on the course. But probably your average number ballpark, again, I looked at it, but I didn't get the exact numbers. Probably going to be like in that 150, 160 range after your tee shot. Maybe even less. I don't know. But it's not like you got to be really good with the long irons like we needed the last 2 weeks. And it's been another solid season for Henley. His best finish was T3 at Augusta. Like Scotty, he didn't play last week. He's got a week off under his belt. So he's rested. And he checks a lot of those strokes gained numbers. But I don't like that we both agree. We don't talk about any of these picks before.
This is the 3rd week in a row that's happened.
And we haven't gotten close to winning.
We had Knapp with Drew.
Yep.
Scott last week.
Well, I didn't take Scott to win, but Nick did. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all both took him to win. I took him top 10. And then he came out and was dead last. After his first round, we were dead out the gates. So this is a problem. This is not working. I don't know. But okay, we're both on Russell Henley, 60 to 1. It does seem like too big of a number at 60 to 1. My number one guy that I'm going with, though, and I have 2 that are very close in odds here. And the theme here is going to be guys that are good, but can't fucking win. And I'm like, I need to change my strategy. I need to fucking, I wanted to stop going with guys that like Adam Scott hadn't won in like fucking 4 years or something like that, maybe even longer. Russell Henley at least got a win last year in 2025. But before that, I think he had gone like 3 years without winning. So our problem is we keep betting guys that haven't won jack shit and hoping we fucking nail their first one. We need to just start betting the guys that have proven they know how to win. But my first one, and I don't know how we don't just bet this guy every week in terms of statistics, because he checks every single fucking box. And then when it comes time to go win the golf tournament, we've seen him not be able to pull it out. But this guy is going to win a lot of golf tournaments in his life. He does, or in his career. He does everything well. And he's going to win majors, and I hope we fucking nail it with the first one this week. I'm going Ludwig Oberg, 22 to 1. Like I said, statistically, it's hard not to take him every single week. He's yet to get a win, or he's yet to win at the rate that matches his talent. Last week, he was tied for 8th, shot a 66 on Sunday. He was number 3 in the field in strokes gained, approaching the green. On the season, he's number 3 in total strokes gained, number 7 tee to green, number 10 in approach, top 20 driving distance. The guy can do everything. He's too talented not to start stacking wins. I think he's going to do it. I think he can do it. At 22-1, I'll take Ludwig Åberg. The one worry maybe is the driving accuracy, but he's got the length. Having length is never a bad thing. It may not be as paramount as some other tournaments, but you're going to be able to put yourself in better positions if you're longer. So it ain't going to fucking hurt. Just stay out of the fucking rough. And he really, dude, he's good at everything. Everything. He's going to win a lot in his career. And he's gotten a couple wins, I think 2. But he's going to win majors. So I'm taking Ludwig Åberg 22-1 as my first, or I guess second, but my number 1 play. Where you? How many to win do you have?
3.
Yeah,
and Åberg's one of them.
There we go. We're dead. All right.
But yeah, I agree with you with most of what you said. In his last 6 tournaments, 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s. And then last week, like you said, finished tied 8th. All 4 rounds he shot under par. Kind of think that's pretty important because when you look at even Fowler last week, he finished second, 2 strokes behind. But he shot a 74 to open the round.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have those types of rounds and expect to win.
Unless you're Scotty.
Yeah.
He's the only one. Because you look at it, it's funny. I was looking at the scoring average per round. Scotty Scheffler, round 1 is 77th. Round 2, he's like 16th. Round 3, he's number 1. Round 4, he's number 1. So he just like sucks, and then he's better than everybody else, and he gets runner-up because he fucking sucks so bad the first round that he puts himself in too big of a hole. As soon as he gets his shit together, like we might need to take Scotty fucking first-round leader. The second he does that, he's going to run away with this motherfucker, but he hasn't shown anything to fucking entice you to do it. Like I said, 77th on tour. But yeah, Åberg is been trending in the right direction. I think it was the Players. He had the lead going into Sunday, or he was at the top of the leaderboard in the weekend rounds. I think it was the Players where he kind of melted down the stretch.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then was it Cam Young? Or no, it was
Cam Young ended up winning. Him and Fitzpatrick were on 18. Fitzpatrick put it in the woods on the right. And
I think it was the Players that Åberg was leading for a good portion of it. And then Sunday he must have just faded away. But yeah, he's moving in the right direction. And my next to win is another guy who they're trending in the right direction. They just haven't gotten there yet. But do you have anything more on Åberg?
I mean, par 4 scoring average, he's 27th. Par 3 scoring average, he's 4th.
Yeah.
This is a par 70, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, those 2 statistics I think are pretty important.
Yeah, only 2 par 5s. And
and last week the par 4 scoring average was an important stat as well.
Yeah. No, so I think you only had 3 par 5s. You had 3 par 5s last week. This week you only got 2. And so it's like those par 5s for the longer hitters, that's where they can make up some ground. So you take those away. The par 5s are must-gets. You have to take advantage of the par 5s on this course. If you don't, you're dead. So they're like, I think it's some of the easiest holes on the course, and you have to score well there.
Mm-hmm.
How many total do you have to win? You already gave out Henley.
I have 3 more.
3 more? Okay. I have 2 more. Go with your next one.
All right. Speaking of long hitters, we're going back to him in this major. Bryson DeChambeau, taking him 22-1.
I hate that. I just want to go.
I know.
But I want to go on record. And I said I hate Højgaard. I didn't necessarily mean the play. I just hate Højgaard because I backed him earlier in the year and he shit the bed. I hate backing Bryson DeChambeau. I think Bryson DeChambeau has completely flipped into the biggest fucking loser in golf.
Well, I'm not betting him because he's a loser.
What, are you betting him because he looked like dog shit at the Masters?
Well, I'm betting him. Well, so here, I'm not even going to give out stats on this guy right now.
You're just going to, okay, what does that mean?
So,
because you can't find any of them on the Live Tour? I'm not even going to give out the stats. Like, is that because they're just not listed?
No. But, listen.
Sell us on it. I'll backtrack.
This isn't going to sell you on it.
Okay.
I'm betting him purely out of whenever I did bet him on the Masters, you can remember on Twitter, everyone was betting on Bryson. Everybody loved Bryson. There was so much noise around him.
So you think because everybody hates him now, he's going to go stick it to everybody?
Damn right.
Okay.
Yeah. He also came in T19 in the 28 BMW Championship here.
In the what?
BMW Championship. What did I say?
Well, I don't know. Are you talking 8 years ago?
Yeah, but he's played here before.
Goddamn, forever ago, pre-COVID and live.
Yeah.
All this guy cares about now is YouTube.
That was before he was on steroids.
Yeah.
What'd he finish?
He can hit the ball longer now.
What'd you say he finished? 18th?
19th. But anyway, that's the only reason I'm betting him is because there's no noise around him now. He's got to prove himself at this major by missing the cut at the last one. From missing the cut at the last one. There's no reason to bet him. I'm taking him because of that reason.
Okay, so you're telling me that you think there's no noise around Bryson DeChambeau.
I haven't seen anything.
Okay. Well, this one you might want to sit down for this one because Liv is going out of business.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's the number one guy with Liv. They paid him all the money and all that. They're going out. And he came out and said, and again, I hope you're sitting down. He came out and said that he doesn't care about coming back to the PGA Tour and that he'll just go focus on his YouTube channel. And then he got fucking drugged through the mud ever since and still actively for being a fucking loser.
See, that's what they want you to think.
Who's they?
Vegas.
Vegas wants us to think. So you're doing that thing again. You're doing that thing where you say dumb shit. Yeah, no, he's like,
I'm just saying,
probably
don't be surprised if he comes out and he.
But do you
puts
remember?
on a show.
Do you remember all the media screw? But what do you mean? Why would we be surprised? He's considered one of the best in the world. But you remember all the media scrutiny he used to go through, and then he went through that feud with Koepka and all of that, and it bothered him to like be kind of looked at as a fucking loser, and that people disliked. And then he revived his image, and he got his YouTube channel, and he started chipping ping pong balls and shot glasses, and I'm going to hit this ball over my house. How many shots will it take? And we're like, I don't know, Bryson. How many will it take? And then he went and took all the money from the Saudis, and then everybody was like, oh, shit. He managed to survive that. He was the only one to go to live. Phil Mickelson. Everyone loved Phil Mickelson. Degenerate gambler, and we still were like, everybody was like, Phil's the best. Everybody hates Phil now. But Bryson somehow survived it. And then he waited until they're going out of business, and then then he just made an ass of himself. I think, and maybe you're right. Maybe your logic of like, he's just flying under the radar. No one's thinking about Bryson. Everybody's calling him a piece of shit. I think he's under the most media scrutiny he's been in probably 5 years.
But not when it comes to the golf aspect of it. No one's talking about him winning this thing. And I bet a lot of people are hating on him, so they're betting him to miss the cut. And Vegas is like,
that's not the way it works. Yeah. You
All
think there's like one like head of Vegas up there, like fucking the guy from The Simpsons, like rubbing his fingers together, like, oh, this is all according to Vegas's plan. Yeah.
Listen, it's probably a dumb bet, but I'm willing to take it at 22-1.
Yeah, I think he should be way more than 22-1. I mean, maybe not, but I think he looked like absolute shit at the Masters. I think he looked like somebody who wanted to go fucking do some YouTube challenge. But I think you just like Bryson.
I've always been a fan of Bryson.
Yeah, I know. You got that look. I could see you probably, like, at one point in time, you found one of the hats that he used to wear, like that style, and you tried it on. And you're like, could I pull this off? Could I do it? Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Bryson. I think you sold out for the money. Call a spade a spade. You went and got the money. You can't like have your cake and eat it too, and then now be a little baby about it. I'm not saying he's not good. He looked like shit though. There's nothing that is enticing. If I'm taking a live guy, I'm taking Jon Rahm, and Jon Rahm didn't look fucking good at the Masters either. But Jon Rahm's better than Bryson DeChambeau. But I'm not taking either one of them. Fuck them. Are you on Bryson?
No.
Okay. Did he sell you on taking him?
No.
Okay. What are your thoughts on him taking him?
I don't know. Interesting breakdown there.
What exactly was the breakdown?
There was no breakdown.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know what we're here to do, right?
Yeah, but I'm taking other guys. I just wanted to get that one out there that I am taking them.
But you have no reason why, other than you think that no one's even considering him.
Exactly.
But I don't know if you've been paying attention.
He'll win now.
We'll see how it goes.
You think? Yeah, that's what we talk
how
about.
it goes.
The dumb bets get rewarded. If you tell somebody how dumb the bet is enough times, it's like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times, it happens. All right, I just want it on record. I hate that bet, but I mean, what the fuck do I know, I guess. My next bet, we're going Tommy Fleetwood 26-1. I can't quit him. I can't quit Tommy Fleetwood. I said the theme of my top 2 bets are going to be guys that are trending in the right direction and just can't do it. Tommy Fleetwood was 8 under going into the weekend. And then just had a fucking bad round. Everyone was going low. Cam Young went 8 under, whatever it was. Tommy Fleetwood, I think, shot over par on Saturday. And then went on a little run there. I think he was 3 or 4 under on the front 9. Got one off the lead and just could not do it. Couldn't take advantage of the par 5s. Kept putting himself in bad positions off the tee. But that doesn't mean he had a bad tournament. He just couldn't get it done. He was 11 under, which is good for T5. It's another guy trending in the right direction. I'm a glutton for punishment because we're going to go back to Tommy Fleetwood. I said this is the year of Fleetwood. It so far has not been, but we're a long way to go. For Tommy, it comes down to the putter, and for what it's worth, last week he was 20th strokes gained putting. On the year, he's 5th in total strokes gained. He's 40th in strokes gained approaching the green, but last week he was 6th in the field. And I'm not really sure where the 40th is coming from because this guy's better than that, in my opinion. I think he has the accuracy and the play with his irons. He has what it takes to be in contention. He keeps moving in the right direction. Driving accuracy, Tommy Fleetwood's 9th overall. As I mentioned before, the right rough being more beneficial than the left rough. When he does miss, it is much more likely he misses right than he does left, for what it's worth. Again, take it with a grain of salt. But at 26-1, I'm going to take Tommy Fleetwood, and we're going to do it again. He's going to probably make a little push there. He'll be in the mix, and then it'll come Sunday, and he'll suck. But we'll do it again. Tommy Fleetwood 26-1 is my 3rd play to win, and I have one more. Who are you going with next?
I'm gonna go to Brokeback Morikawa.
Okay.
40-1. He was playing well despite the injury.
Yeah.
Until the Cadillac Championship. But overall total driving, he's 20th. Driving accuracy, he's 8th. Strokes gained approaching, he's 2nd. Greens and regulation percentage, he's 10th. Par 4 scoring average, he's 11th. And bogey avoidance, he's 23rd.
With him, it's all the putter.
Yeah, he's not putting well at all, but
Never has. But he's so good with the irons.
This is a bit of a risk. I think you see him right here towards, outside of the favorites just because of the injury and the way he played last time he played. But coming off of, was it 1 week off or 2 weeks off?
What did he play, the Cadillac?
Yeah.
Yeah, then 1 week, yeah.
Yeah, I think time will tell, really how this injury is affecting him. But we'll take the risk here and take him 40-1.
Yeah, arguably the best in the world with the irons. Good off the tee. It's all the putter. It's all is he making putts or not. Problem is that the Cadillac, he put the ball so bad. I don't know what his actual statistic was in terms of strokes gained putting, but in no way it was good. Cam Young, I think he was like the worst putter in the field on Sunday. I was like, what happened to Cam Young?
Yeah.
He was 1 off the lead maybe going into the final round. He 4-putt from inside of 15 feet. Incredible. And that's golf. I couldn't believe it. He just kept missing fucking 3-footers on his way back up and down the hill. All right, you have 1 more or 2 more to win?
2 more.
Give me your favorite of the 2. Give me the opposite of Bryson.
Xander
Okay.
Schauffele, 20-1. Reason being, he is 15th in total strokes gained this year, 19th in approach to green, and 7th in scrambling this year. The only thing is he's been struggling with the putter this year. But some notable finishing positions under his belt this year. He came in 3rd at the Players, 4th at Valspar, 9th at the Masters, and 12th at the RBC. Didn't play too well last week.
Yeah, you're telling me.
But Xander, he'll show up at majors. So I'll take a shot with him, 20-1 to win.
Yeah, he played like dog shit last week. I know because I had money on him, and he cost me. Him and Siwoo Kim both played like shit. I don't know. It was interesting because you were on him too, right?
Yep.
And we were kind of texting about it. That second round, I think it was. He was playing incredible and just was not taking advantage. It was kind of unfortunate. But I texted you. I was like, he's the best on the course right now. He was playing, and then he really didn't do anything good. If you look at his stats overall, obviously he finished tied 60th. He was +2 for the tournament. He was in the red for everything in terms of strokes gained except off the tee. But I don't know. I do question if like maybe I was a week early on Xander because he was another guy trending in that direction. It's going to piss me the absolute fuck off if he does go out and have a good week. And he might. That's what I said. I question if I was 1 week too early, but nothing looked great for him on the weekend rounds. And he finished, I think, round 4. I think he went 2 over or 1 over. Sorry. Yeah, it was a struggle. He wasn't putting that well. But all right, I've got how many? You have one more to win?
Yep.
Go with it.
I'm gonna go back to Ricky Fowler.
Okay. You just bet the same.
I love
guys
Ricky.
every
I
week.
think everybody we bet last week is gonna play great this week. I honestly do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like why
I think it's somewhat similar, just a little bit shorter, but
that's why I'm kind of going with Fleetwood and Oberg. They both played well. It's like, yeah, you have all these guys trending in the right direction. It's like, why would you fucking go away from them, I guess?
But yeah.
What are his odds?
72-1.
Okay.
Fowler, he played better than anyone on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He just shot a 74 on Friday.
Yeah, round 4, he was 3rd in total strokes gained. He did extremely well.
Yeah, but he put together his 3rd straight top 10 finish. His driving statistics took a little dip. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I thought he was driving the ball pretty good when I was watching him, but he's now total driving 39th, driving accuracy he's 40th. It's still above tour average, but approaching strokes gained approaching, he's 32nd. Approaches 175 yards to 200 yards, which is where he did really well last weekend. Really for this whole season, he's 7th. Par 4 scoring average, he's 6th. And bogey avoidance, he's 6th. Scrambling, he's 9th. And strokes gained putting, he's 12th. And I do think sometimes, I said this last week, but we overlook putting, and it does make a difference because there's a lot of times, even with Xander last week, he had some putts early on in round 2 that really could have put him up the leaderboard and maybe change the trajectory of the whole tournament for him. But
yeah, that's what it was. He was like, yeah, that's why I texted you. I think he was doing well, but he should have been like fucking 4 under through the first 5 or 6 holes. And I think he was 1 or 2. And so, yeah, it was like he kept hitting. And so that's an indicator that it's like it could have been – it's a very slim difference right there in terms of he probably makes those putts if he got another shot at him. So maybe this week those putts drop and he is in contention. But it was like 7-footers. He was hitting, putting himself in great position below the hole and just couldn't get him to go. So, yeah, no, I mean, we're definitely not putting enough stock into putting. Yeah, what'd you say Ricky Fowler's 12th?
Yep, strokes gained putting, he's 12th.
Yep. Okay. Where are you going with your final one, Bam? And then I have one more.
So this is my second most long shot behind Russell Henley.
Who's your favorite one? Who's like your number one? Mine's Oberg.
Mine's Xander.
Okay.
But
lead off with that next time. Why'd you lead off with Henley? You had me going out of order. Let's go fucking lowest to whatever. Go ahead.
I'm going with Justin Thomas this week.
Okay.
A lot of people are going to hate that one. But
Why?
I don't know. Just recently, like last, I guess like year or two, he hasn't been playing the greatest golf that we were used to seeing him playing back in like,
He had back surgery.
Yeah, but anyway.
He's been fucking, he's been out. He's back. He's fucking playing well. He just got 13th.
Yeah, so he's a 2-time PGA Championship winner. And the last 2 tournaments, he's been trending in the right direction. 2 weeks ago, he came in 23rd at the Cadillac. Last week, he came in 13th at the Truist. And he was in the green in pretty much every strokes gained category at the Truist last week. Just one of those guys. I think he's trending in the right direction. So I'll take a shot on him at 50-1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he was coming back from the surgery, and it was a struggle there to start. But, yeah, he's another guy moving in the right direction for sure. All these guys moving in the right direction. You know who's moving in the right direction? Scotty Scheffler. He's going to fucking win, and we're going to just waste our money. But could I interest you in a guy who finished T5 last week and is 86-1 to win? It's a major winner. It's a guy who's won the U.S. Open before. We're going to go J.J. Spawn, 86-1. Won the U.S. Open at Oakmont. He's proven that he can win, not only contend, but win a major championship. Last week, he was inside the top 25 in strokes gained of every major category, off the tee, approach, around the green, and putting. He was also number 2 in driving accuracy. It's been an up-and-down year for J.J. Spawn. He's missed the cut 5 times, most recently at the Masters, but he won the Valero Texas Open. I think that was the week before Augusta. He's had 3 quality rounds or 3 quality tournaments in a row. Most recently, like I said, was the T5 last week. On the season, JJ's 9th in strokes gained approaching the green, 17th in driving accuracy. We're going to rely on the accuracy off the tee. Hope the putter shows up. That's his biggest knock. That's probably why he's 86-1. Can't putt for shit. But everything else is going pretty well for J.J. Spawn. At 86-1, we'll take a stab on it and hope we can strike gold. Like I said, this is a guy who's proven he's won. You've got guys on here who haven't sniffed a fucking major championship that have way better odds. So I'll take a stab at 86-1 with J.J. Spawn.
I'll add that one.
Just don't. Just let me have this one. Add it on your own time. See, you see what you're doing? You're
All right, I'll add it on my own time.
No, don't tell everybody. You're not. Just say I'm not taking it.
Not taking it.
And then you go do whatever you want when you get home. That's all I got. What, you got another one?
No, but I'm gonna take Rory top 10 here.
Interesting. He looked like shit last week.
Maybe I won't.
Well, go ahead. I mean, it's a major.
Maybe I won't.
Rory catches me as a guy who doesn't give a fuck anymore. He won back-to-back Masters. He's gonna be a guy who just only wants to win the Masters now. Nah, I mean he'll probably get top 10 now that I said it. You might have to take it. What do I know?
We're just looking.
Are you taking it? Yes or no?
I'll take it.
Okay. All right. What else do you have? Anything?
Nope.
No. We maybe have to work on the organization of these bets, but so are we done or you got anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay. To recap, I am going to take Ludwig Oberg 22-1 to win. Tommy Fleetwood 26-1. Russell Henley 60-1. JJ Spawn 86-1. And the guy who's probably going to win it all, for some reason, we're going to take him top 5. Scotty Scheffler plus 110, top 5.
All right, we're going Russell Henley 60-1. Bryson DeChambeau 22-1. Xander Schauffele 20-1, and Justin Thomas 50-1.
Okay, to win, we're going Oberg plus 2,200. We're going Morikawa 40-1. Ricky Fowler 72-1. We're gonna take Scotty top 5 plus 110. We'll take Rory top 10 minus 102. We'll take Oberg top 20 minus 110. Morikawa top 20 plus 130. And Ricky Fowler top 20 plus 190.
Okay. There you go. That is our best bets for the PGA Championship at Aronimink Golf Club. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Nope.
Do you have anything to say before we go?
Nope.
If you're feeling generous, hit that like and subscribe button for us if you don't mind. It's still been a profitable year, but it would have been nice if we could have got Højgaard last week, but it's going to be even nicer when we get Russell Henley this week. Hit the like and subscribe button. Y'all have a good one. Good luck.